The Kansas City Chiefs have made another trade, and this time it was for a defensive end. Let's talk all about it. Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down the Kansas City Chiefs' recent trade. They are sending a 2026 sixth-round draft pick to the New England Patriots in exchange for Josh Uche. Uche is an outside linebacker who plays a lot of defensive end, and in 2022, he had 11 sacks. He was actually one of the best defensive ends in football that year, but he also had Matthew Judon on the other side. Since 2022, he's kind of had a dip in production, but he could revitalize his career in Kansas City and specifically with Steve Spagnuolo and this Chiefs defense. So I'm super excited. This is a great trade for the Chiefs, a very low risk, but could be a very high reward for this Chiefs defense. But first and foremost, before we talk about it, I want you guys to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you guys enjoy the content that I do, the best thing you can do is subscribe to this channel and like this video so more Chiefs fans can find it. So the Chiefs are sending a day 3 pick 2 years from now to acquire Josh Uche. And Uche is somebody that can get to the quarterback. Now, he hasn't had a lot of sack numbers in, the past couple seasons, but the talent's there. He's just been playing for a Patriots team that, quite honestly, isn't very good, and they're going to be picking in the top 5. Now, I did ask Patriots Global, who's a fellow, YouTuber covering the New England Patriots. I asked him what he thought about Uche, and he said that he's kind of been a letdown. They used a second-round draft pick on him back in 2020, and he showed a lot of potential, but he's really only had one good season. And so he hasn't really been the guy that they drafted him to be, but we've seen this all the time. Guys get drafted to one franchise, don't really pan out, get traded to another, and have an immediate impact. And the last thing that Patriots Global said is that he's a guy that you want on the field in passing situations. He can get to the quarterback. He's just not very good in stopping the run. And so you've got a Chiefs defense that can already stop the run at an incredibly high level. I think they might be the best defense in the NFL at stopping the run. And so you don't really need Josh Uche to stop the run. If he can just be a guy that they send off the edge, that's perfectly fine. I think if he can do just his job of getting to the quarterback, this is more than a good trade. This is a great trade. But since 2022, Uche has a 17.5% pressure rate, which is 5th in the NFL. So we know that he can get to the quarterback, and I'm just seeing a lot of fan bases around the NFL pissed off that the Patriots made this trade because the Chiefs finally have somebody that can get consistent pressure. And listen, a lot of stuff that I'm seeing on Twitter, and I kind of agree with that statement, is that this might be an insurance move. This might be a safety blanket for Mike Dana or Charles Omenihu, who we both know are injured right now. But Mike Dana has been dealing with a pec injury. Pec injuries are pretty serious, and he might not play a ton this year. And so maybe Uche's his replacement, or maybe Omenihu isn't having, the type of recovery that we expected him to have, and he might take longer. So Uche could be that insurance policy that if either of those guys don't come back, you have somebody that can consistently get to the quarterback. And the best part about this trade is it was for a 6th-round draft pick 2 years from now, but his contract this season is just $1.3 million plus $30,000 in roster bonuses per game. So the cap impact is not going to be anything, and the Chiefs could actually get a 7th-round draft pick back in compensation if he signs somewhere else in free agency next season. So this is a fantastic trade. You're going to have a chance to, see if he can produce in this defense that's already stacked. And if you do let him walk in free agency, you're going to get a 7th-round draft pick back for a guy that you traded a 6th-round draft pick for. So, this was a fantastic trade, and it's a very low risk, but has the potential to be an extremely high reward. And I'm not expecting Uche to have some monster impact in this, season, but if he can just get a couple pressures here and there and be a consistent rusher, I think that's a fantastic trade, and you're going to get your money's worth. You're going to get somebody that is going to be motivated to go out and produce because he's in a contract year. And so if he balls out with this Chiefs defense and can win a ring, he's going to have a chance to get paid in this offseason. I'm down here on the field at Arrowhead Stadium, and really quickly I wanted to give a shout out to the sponsor of this channel all football season long, and that is the Rice Real Estate Group. Go contact Marla Rice of the Rice Real Estate Group. Her contact information is in the description below. And if you guys support the Rice Real Estate Group, you are in turn supporting me and helping me create more content for you guys. So for some of the best real estate listings in the Lee Summit and Greater Kansas City area, contact Marla Rice. All of her information will be in the description below. Now back to your regular video. So I absolutely think that Josh Uche is going to be a big piece in this defense, and he could potentially start depending on Mike Dana's health and if we see Charles Omenihu come back. You know, maybe this trade says that the team does not like Felix, and can you blame them? Felix Anudike-Uzomah has done nothing with this team, and I don't think that's going to change now. So the Chiefs and Brett Veach took it into his own hands and went out and traded for defensive end / outside linebacker. He's a hybrid. Josh Uche. Uche was a guy that apparently the Chiefs had interest in when he was in college. Of course, he got drafted to the Patriots and had a good season in 2022. But he could have a revitalized season in Kansas City if Steve Spagnuolo can draw up the right type of plays to get him involved. I mean, we've seen Spags get creative so many different times. You're telling me that Josh Uche couldn't have an impact on this defense? I absolutely think that he could. So Chiefs Kingdom, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think of this Josh Uche trade? I think it's just such a great trade because you gave up nothing. A 6th round draft pick 2 years from now for a guy that can be an immediate producer in your defense. I'm going to take that 10 times out of 10. And so I definitely think the Chiefs did a fantastic job at getting a value player that could have a very high ceiling. So Chiefs Kingdom, that's all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe for more Chiefs content. Go follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok, KC_Sports Report, and Twitter at KC Sports Report. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video, and go Chiefs.